right, gather round. What you're looking at is a gear countershaft thin as a pencil, snapped clean in half, and somebody's solution wasn't order a new one. It was grab another chunk of steel and marry it on a US fleet. A snapped countershaft means the whole gearbox gets pulled, tagged, and tossed in a bin. Nobody in Ohio is welding this back together and calling it a repair order. But here we are. Look at that fracture. That crystalline, grainy break is a textbook fatigue failure, cyclic torque loading, finally winning after who knows how many thousand miles. This isn't a static part. It spins. Under load. Transmitting rotational force through gear teeth every single revolution. Any misalignment here isn't cosmetic. It's a concentricity nightmare waiting to happen. Splice two pieces of steel together even a few thousandths off axis, and congratulations, you've just built a vibration generator that will chew through bearings, seals, and eventually itself. On a US highway, that's not a repair. That's a liability lawsuit wearing a work order and waiting for a lawyer. Now here's the devil's ingenuity, and I want you to actually appreciate this. Welding two dissimilar diameter shaft sections dead center, freehand, no lathe, no dial indicator, no laser alignment tool that's not luck. That is decades of hand-eye calibration baked into muscle memory. Watch him true that shaft up with nothing but hammer taps, reading run out by feel and eyeball alone, like he's got a dial indicator built into his wrist. That's essentially a poor man's centering process, micro-adjustments guided by instinct, instead of a $50,000 CNC lathe. And here's the metallurgy lesson. That heat-affected zone around the weld is now softer and less fatigue-resistant than the parent steel. Grain structure's been disrupted by thermal cycling. But if he keeps that bead built up, ground true, and stress-relieved by hammer work, he's fighting basic physics with nothing but patience and repetition. It shouldn't work as well as it does. And yet it spins true. So here's the road verdict. In the States, this shaft gets scrapped, full stop. Dot Inspector sees a welded splice on a rotating drivetrain component. That truck is parked before the coffee's cold. No insurance company touches it. But strip away the liability talk for 1 second, and what you're watching is legitimate metallurgical improvisation executed in flip-flops under a tin roof, with hand tools older than some of the guys watching this video. No CAD file, no tolerance stack-up software, no engineering department. Just steel, fire, a hammer, and 40 years of feel standing in for